Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome. It's challenge mode time, I'm pretty sure. I said I would do challenges now, right? I mean, there are some miscellaneous achievements that we gotta bang out, but like, you know, not really anything particularly that I want to do today. I feel like a lot of the annoying ones, like, get a Kurakosa mask and a ritual robe, get a carpenter hammer, regeneration, and, expel evil. You know, stuff like that, I feel like that's better to, like, bang out on a live stream. So we might do that at some point. But we're gonna do challenge mode. Challenge mode, though. So I guess we're just gonna jump into it. I don't really... Are we gonna go left to right? Do we want to do the hardest ones first? Why does this look like we have a check mark here already? Wrong book, ghost town... I mean, we could do the hardest one first. We could go right to left. We could go left to right. I kind of want to just do, like... Oh, yeah, set difficulty to hard. Be true. What is OX? What does OX mean? Come on, man. I'm gonna assume O is on. And not... Oh, God. Alright, whatever. Challenge 3 stars, challenge 2 stars, challenge 2 stars, challenge 1 star, challenge 1 star. So Mimi's little project is apparently the hardest one. This one is pretty difficult if I remember correctly. You have to choose a debuff at the beginning of, at the end of every mystery essentially. Or like at the beginning before the mystery, you know what I mean. Cookbook's pretty fun. Ghastly Presence is pretty fun. There was one that was beating my ass that it was like I took like 80 million years to do. Was that Ghost Town? I don't fucking know. I guess we'll go ahead and do Mimi's little project. We'll go right to left, I guess. This better be Harbinger of Doom. World of Horror, Kathako Tarasu character exclusive perks. Okay. Okay, we're on hot. Good. So, for the Lighthouse, we've got Strength, Light Source, Charisma, Dexterity, Knowledge. So, the whole fucking thing, which is kind of nasty, honestly. And then, your second mystery and a Light Source. So at least we don't have any fights, so we can throw our Scalpel if we need to. Me and Mimi's little project, Rutsu. Not here? Okay, fair enough. You gotta do it in, like, a sterile environment so you don't get an infection or something. What do we want? I think... Oh, we don't have a Tainted Violin, do we? But maybe the small candle kind of goes hard anyways? Or the compass? No, I think we want to go compass. We want to level up as many times as possible. We've got a pretty nasty kind of lineup here that we've got going for us, so the more EXP that we can get, the better. Alright, so we got a Scalpel. What do we want to do? -2 knowledge, -1 incoming damage, -1 perception, -10% chance to all combat actions. That's actually pretty decent. -1 charisma, +5% doom. That one is theoretically... Like, the problem is that we have every stat check, so we can't just... You never can do this one. You can never break your arm to form a new joint. You can't do that one. -3 max stamina, +1 funds. That's the easiest one to do. -2 dexterity, -1 item slot. That one's not that bad, but if you get coughing blood, you die instantly, because we're playing on hot and we have 4 dex instead of 5. You get to 0, you're dead. New random injury each mystery, +2 kick damage. Honestly, that's a pretty good one as well. We're gonna go ahead and sell your kidney. And then what we can do here is... You only get 1 fund for your kidney? God damn. Such a goddamn waste of money. It actually does make me think, though, you could probably do... If you had... Because it's 4 funds, right? If you're doing this challenge, you have the Tainted Violin unlocked, you can just get the Tainted Violin. Like, by selling your kidney Mystery 1. Or, like, before Mystery 1, you get what I mean. We will see Moriko just out of dumb luck, I suppose. How do you want to play this, though? How do you want to run it? Library notes? I mean, do we cast this once, or do we just sell it? Like, if we lose it... The problem is that if we use it and lose it, then we cry. Okay, we did not throw them in the trash, so that's at least something that we can justifiably use. We'll take the EXP. We're gonna need to level up as much as possible. Blood? Oh, Jesus. Ramen, residential recluse, household hell, abnormal arms. So this is horrible. And this basically guarantees that we can never, ever do the -2 knowledge, because we're gonna want to get our knowledge like fucking 12 before we do this. This might be the last mystery that we do. But the problem is that we can't get our knowledge to 12 because we gotta get all of our other stats up, which is really annoying. We at least want to get it to 8, so that we can do +2 damage instead of +1 damage from the sever, but... probably just start with household hell. Also, I don't know if timeline X is working properly, so I don't know what time. So I don't know if we're on timeline A or if we're on timeline X. And if we are on timeline X, then is it the true timeline X that's technically a bug in my beloved, or blah blah blah? We're gonna start with household hell. We're gonna start with household hell because that's the way to do it. Then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go buy something. Paranoia is kind of interesting. We can shop for items. I want the compass. That's what I want. But also, I would take a camera, too. We're gonna need it. Honestly, I might even want to go back and buy a camera. Like, that might be nuts. Oh, that's horrible. But we can actually get rid of that, because we have Recluse, so that's actually kind of interesting. How the gears turn. But yeah, I actually want a camera. Now, it doesn't exist. I'll go up to 23. Thank you. So, 20% Doom in your opener, it's not great. It's not what you ideally want, but it does save yourself a little bit of heartache. We got a full build. Now, admittedly, we are basically permanently debuffed for our attack speed until we do Recluse. But the problem is, unless I do the Ghost Ritual, then, you know, you're gonna cry yourself to sleep. So it's not too great. However you want to look at it, it's not too good. It's not very entertaining. It's not very nice either. Just put this garbage away. And I am thinking, so somebody told me that we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So somebody told me that the girl on the rooftop, she gives you... What are you giving me? -1 dexterity? Cheaper pharmacy items? Well, we'll do a little ritualistic stab murder. The girl on the rooftop gives you the first, or it gives you 2 parts of the... Yeah, clap and bow. Clap and bow. So, that's gonna be maybe pretty useful. We're gonna share a creepy story. We're gonna ask her to join us. -1 luck. Get the fuck out of here. So that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. However, you know... do we have a forest mystery that we're gonna go into next? It was like... Hold on, I'm actually gonna write clap and bow down. Because, like, you know, that's kind of important information, and I'm not really gonna remember it if I don't. Or, do we have anything going on here that's gonna lock us out besides Flood? It was Recluse, Abnormal Arms, and then there was a Freaky Flood. But no, I don't think... We're probably gonna go into Abnormal Arms next, despite my better judgment. So we can just, hopefully we don't die here. The run has pretty decent setup, honestly. It's just, do we get own zoned here? Now, we've already taken some stamina damage. So I'm hoping that, you know, the mansion does a lot of sanity damage, not necessarily stamina. So we were maybe hoping for a sewing kit there. We were maybe hoping for some black hair here. We got some black hair here. It was almost the perfect setup. It was almost the perfect crime. But, you know, you can't win them all. You can't win all the RNG sometimes. we're kind of struggling here. We've spent a lot of resources. I mean, you gotta do that. We spent a lot of resources, 30 XP, 30 Doom, just to set this run up. And honestly, like, it's a little bit bad, I will admit, but it's definitely winnable, for sure. Like, we haven't screwed ourselves completely. Especially having the World of Horror backstory is really gonna help, but not being able to run away from combat kind of sucks. So, I think we do Dex item slot. I think that's the one that we do, but we could also do minus Charisma plus 5% Doom, or maybe we can't. We can never do minus 2 knowledge. We actually can do the vesticular system, that's fine. We can't do that. Honestly, I think it's Bear Claws time. I think it is Bear Claws time. Your compass helps find your way. Might be a little bit weird, I know. Do I want to take the stamina healing here? I think we're going to take the stamina healing here. We're going to get 4 injuries from this, but that's fine. Are we going to get 4 injuries from this? Yeah, we're going to get 4 injuries from that. That's fine. Abnormal arms, ramen. Oh, we have ramen. Okay, okay. And we can just kind of cruise on ramen for a bit and then go into abnormal arms. So we got cut arm sinew. That's pretty bad, but we can just go ahead and take care of that. Although it's more of a Doom investment. You know, normally you're looking at this and you're like, okay, it's normally not that big of a deal. I'm not on copium. I'll have you know. It's just more or less like, I'm not on copium. The run, if navigated properly, is winnable. Okay? So I think you just go ahead and take a hot bath. You have to get a little lucky with the Doom, though. We're gonna have to get lucky with the Doom. But we are gonna go up to 8 knowledge. So that's good. That is good. Now we could go up to 8 charisma right now. I actually think, like, you might think I'm crazy, but I think this might actually be, like, a run saver. Because we might never see the... Honestly, I'm gonna do it. Oh, no, I really shouldn't do it. This is so bad. The only reason this run's going nicely is we haven't been into combat yet. And so I feel like, with that being said, you have to play kind of damage control. We will still take +1 charisma there, because we want to minimize the amount of damage we're taking in the lighthouse. Because that's going to be bad. That's going to be bad, unironically going to be horrible. You're going to hate to see it. It's not going to be good. Now, see, this is one of the reasons why we took first aid, is because some dickhead like this can exist. And, you know, he can try to smooch you. And then when he tries to smooch you, that's not really something that you like. So, you know, you go ahead and you send him to hell. We take 1 reason damage. It's not the best, but it's doable. All right, we're starting to get into the combat, the mortal combat, as it were. Now, this is the part. She's got 55% chance to hit. We've got a decent bit here, and we can also send Student F to go attack, because we're probably never going to buy cheaper pharmacy items. So Student F, you go send her to hell. 1 damage. Thank you so much. What would I do without you? Okay, so you gotta just hit it big. You gotta hit the gritty. You gotta pray to God that that works. She does take a bonus from this, so do keep that in mind. You're going down to your desperation level. You can just instant kill her, fair enough. Lucky earrings moment. Honestly, we should probably try to stay... We don't need to pop the painkillers immediately. I think that's fine. I should have remembered that she was weak to sharp. That was pretty bad on my end. Do we care about -1 dex, -1 perception? Only in the circumstance of we get to 2 dexterity, and then that's going to get us killed. Nice ring is interesting. We've got a lot of money to play around with if we wanted to get rid of any injuries. We don't really need that, though, except for fishing for, like, discharge summary, I guess. I almost clicked dog store. That would have been a disaster has fallen upon mankind. I think we're going back into abnormal arms, like, right after this. So I don't need to move. I don't need to do anything with the police station. we should try to lower the Doom if we can. You know, you gotta take those. Maybe we should have discarded some items for the extra EXP, honestly. Maybe I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I don't know what I was cooking. We got a lot of extra stuff. So I think you gotta cut off your kneecap here. I'm a little bit worried about the Doom. This is actually, like, doable, too. So we've got 2 more of these that we need to do, right? So I feel like you definitely forcefully rewire your vestibular system at some point. And then I would rather probably take the minus 10% chance. But the thing is, we would need to do Flood 4th, so we're taking this 5th. So that it's just the Recluse that we're fighting against. So yeah, I feel like... yeah, the -1 item slot, we go ahead and do that. We get set down to hell. And we're honestly not feeling too bad about that. We do need to get the infected bite cured, just so that a random infected bite won't kill us. If we get coughing blood at all, literally game over. Like, there's nothing you can do about that. So we go into abnormal arms now. Fair enough. I've been saying it the whole goddamn game. Fair enough. You know, sometimes it just happens. Sometimes it's just... Here's the thing. This is not copium. We would have won that run if we didn't get coughing blood. We had the perfect setup going into pretty much everything. The Flood fight would have been sketchy as fuck, but then we have the free mystery that is Recluse. Basically free. We would have to do a little bit of guesswork. It might be a little bit sketchy. But honestly, I feel like if you navigate that run properly, which I think we were doing, it's easy. Like, I feel like that's an easy run. I don't have any problems with that one. So anyways, you know, it's fucked up because there was like a whole anecdote thing that I wanted to do. So here's the thing. We're going to artificially extend the video's length, just because so that people don't think the run ends early. And be like, he lost because he misplayed. I didn't lose because I misplayed. I lost because video game moment. You know, sometimes you just get... I was saying it from the very beginning. We're walking on the knife's edge of coughing blood. We get coughing blood, we're fucking dead. And that just so happens to be the one that we got. We don't have Eldritch Possession to help us out there. But anyways, the whole thing is... this is a little bit of a channel update, Josephine, I don't know if she joked about this in the episodes we did together with Plunger, like the editor episode, I don't remember. But she did say that she would edit a video for me. Or that she would edit videos for me if I wanted her to. And I think that the World of Horror series has been established as the unedited format for so long that it's like, yeah, maybe it would be better for, like, retaining, like, the 500 people, or, like, the 450 new people who are watching it now for the first time. But I feel like for the, like, people, like, the 50 to 100 people who watch it, like, consistently every day, even when there was content droughts, you know, they're just used to the unedited part, so having, like, memes interjected or like jump cuts, I don't think that will work out very well for World of Horror. And I was talking with a couple friends about it, and they were like, yeah, leave the World of Horror untouched, just because, or if you do an edited World of Horror, make it a separate thing, right? So I don't know what we're gonna, so I think what we're gonna do, because Josephine, I took her up on the offer, she's gonna edit a video, is I think out of left field, because here's the thing, if she's editing the video, that's like everything off my plate. The only thing that I gotta do is throw it into a fucking Google Drive. You know, like, that is, like, everything off my plate. I don't gotta do fucking jack shit, right? So, I think that, from that perspective, I feel like in that case, I could handle, like, another series. Because the problem with doing multiple series, right, is that if I batch record, which is the healthy way to do World of Horror every day, and is what I've been trying to do, I'm tired after batch recording, and I don't want to record anything else, right? I just record the 5 or 6 World of Horror episodes, and I don't want to do anything else. And so, you know, that's the one thing. But the other thing is that I mean, that's the main thing, really. But the other thing is, like, I'm not holding that schedule consistently because I have a skill issue. So, you know, I feel like maybe we'll do, like, one edited episode of World of Horror, see how it goes, see the analytics behind that one, and then, or alternatively, we're just gonna do another series entirely, which I don't know if it's gonna be Lords of the Fallen, because I don't feel like that one needs jump cuts, because it's more just like the inane ramblings of me going insane, gradually playing a mediocre game. Sorry, Lords of the Fallen fans. I played Lords of the Fallen, the original one. I'm allowed to say that Lords of the Fallen is mediocre. But yeah, it's just like, if I batch record, then that's the only healthy way to do the World of Horror every day, is if I batch record, and then I'm pretty bad at that. But when I do it, I'm tired afterwards, so I don't want to record anything else. And then, if I don't batch record the World of Horror, then when I record, I need to record the World of Horror. So it's this weird little, like, thingamabob, but also an element to that is that I then have to edit and render them, which, by edit, I mean tweak the audio a little bit so that it sounds, like, a little bit better. I'm a little bit louder, game's a little bit quieter. You know, I probably could just do that in OBS to save myself, like, a hell of a lot of time, but you know, the render times and the upload times, they are, like, things that exist, and they make it, like, take, like, slightly longer. Taking out the editing is, like, that I feel like I could add more to the plate there. So we might do something else. There might be one edited World of Horror episode. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see. It's just stuff I've been thinking about, really. So anyways, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Hope you have a good one. I think extending the video by 5 minutes is probably fine. It's a little trick that we do to make sure that there's suspense as the video's going on, so that you can't just look at the time bar and then be like, ah, Web died at, like, 15 minutes because the episode ends at 15 minutes. It's like, nah. You gotta keep it going. You gotta keep it going. But not long enough for people to say, oh, you could have done another run in the meantime. So yeah, have a good one. Stay safe out there. Bye.